Welcome back, everybody. Today we've got an emergency job that's got to get done. So we had a customer come in late yesterday and they needed some pins made. Now they are from, I think, Louisiana, and we're in Georgia, but basically they have a heavy haul trailer that they're hauling. I know what they're hauling big generators on, and unfortunately they snapped a pin. So what do you do on a Thursday afternoon when you can't get one by Friday from most places because nobody really has this stuff in stock? Luckily they found us, and this is what we've actually got to make. It's nothing more than an 1.5 inch pin tapered on the end with a washer welded on the backside. That's it. The problem is this doesn't need to be made out of just 1018 steel or even 1045. Really should be made out of like at least 1144, which is what the ones I've had in the past that have come up have been. So I had to order a piece and we're waiting on it to come in this morning. But while we're waiting on that, we're gonna go ahead and cut some plate to make the washers out of. I didn't have a lot of 1/4 inch plate, but I've got some that I can use. We're gonna make it work. So let's get to it. All right, so the first step we're gonna go ahead, while we're waiting on the pins to get in here, is to cut some washers out. Now I found, some drops of 1/4 inch. So I'm gonna cut 2 washers out because we're making 2 pins. We're gonna do that first, and then we'll make the pins when they gets in. All right, we just got the washers cut. We're gonna let them cool. In the meantime, our material just came in for the pins. So we're gonna get that up on the saw, we're gonna cut it. Show you this saw and how it actually operates. So this saw is automatic. And basically what you do is you go in here, you wanna make sure that's 0 to start with. But you go here and click program. And here you're able to give it different lengths and different amount of quantity. And you can start with job, end with job. So in this case, we want to start with 0, end with 0. We want the piece to be 9.462.5, and we want 2 of them. So then we do that. Now, as you can see, I've got the stocks into there, just kind of where it'll shave the edge off. You come in here, tell it to turn into auto. So once it gets done with that cut, it'll then push it forward that 9.4625 and cut it again, repeat until we get our second one done. All right, as simple as that. Now we're gonna go down to the lathe and we're gonna turn the bevels on the end, or the tapers on the end, so these pins will slide in easy. So for the lathe operation, I'm gonna use the CNC because I don't wanna do it on the manual. It's much easier to do tapers on the CNC. It'll just take longer to set up than it will to actually run the part. All right, now I probably should change the jaws out, but I only got 2 of them. I want to make it quick, get it over and done with. I'm not going to do it. I'm using those. So now I'm going to show you guys the programming. I'm just using a standard generic program that I have here, and I'm going to change it out I'm gonna change it out to what I actually need here, and it's gonna be a pretty simple program, to be honest. The good thing about Mazaks, or at least this Mazak, is conversational, and conversational in this thing is stupid simple. Now I'll say, when I first started, it was a pain in the rear, to say the least, but it's gotten so much easier since I've learned it. All right, so we're starting with a blank canvas here. So basically my main stuff, 1.5 inch material. I just got it listed as standard steel, 1500 RPMs. And then this is to turn on my coolant, and this is to turn off my coolant. So now we're gonna go in here and insert a function right here. And then now we're gonna do a bar function out. And we're gonna start at 1.5 and 0. I'm gonna auto set it. Tool 7 will be my roughing, tool 1, and those numbers are always way off. I've got to change those. I'm just going to shoot from the hip. Those are my numbers there. All right, so now we're going to do a taper function here. All right, so for the taper function, all we need to know is the diameter here at the bottom, which is going to be at 0, and we know the diameter here. We just need to know how far back to turn it. So in this case, we're gonna go 1.1 diameter, and then we're gonna turn it back 1 inch. This thing's not critical, it's just a taper to knock the pin in. All right, so programming this, we're gonna start our X at 1.1 at 0, and then we're gonna go 1.5 at 1 inch. And then we're gonna tell it the roughness, and that's it. That's all there is to programming this taper in this. So when I actually show you this, wait for the air again. Now here's my actual little thing of showing how it's going to look. Tool path, part shape, boom. That's it. That's all there is to it. Oh damn, you took the finishing tool out of here?
Yeah, I did. I had to have it on there.
Well, I'm gonna all right, so slight change of plans. We're doing it all with tool 7 because somebody took tool 1 out. And there we have both pins tapered on the end. So now all we've got to do is we got to put this cross hole in there, which we're going to do in the mill, and then we're done. Well, we got to weld the plates on the bottom, then we're done. Change of plans, I'm actually using this mill instead of that one because that one had a chuck in it and I don't want to move it. So yeah. So for this, I'm not going to actually put a program in. I'm just going to do it by hand. It's much quicker and faster that way. So I'm going to actually just use this insert drill. It's a 530, gives a little bit of clearance, and don't have the center drill. There they are. So now I'm going to deburr these off the plasma. We're going to weld them onto there, and we're done. Take it on. So let's get to it. So apparently I missed all the welding of that, but here you go. Here's a look. So maybe I'll get the second one right. Da, 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 da. That's a wrap. That's all for this one. At least this customer can get back on the road. I don't know where they're going, but they are from Louisiana. I don't know if they're going back or if they're taking the load somewhere else. So at least we can get them back going.